Hi guys, I am Syrachime and I welcome you back to another episode of my Pokemon FireRed Let's Play. In the last episode, we found the second route that you could take to Fuchsia City, and we took it. And that's literally about it. In this episode, we're going to look around Fuchsia City a little bit, kind of figure out what we have to do, and then proceed on going on with those tasks. But before I do that, I wanted to show you guys something real quick. I went and did some battles off screen, and I leveled up my Pokemon to around level 33. And while I was leveling up Cole, I wish I could have caught this on camera, excuse me, Cole learned a new move. Cole learned the move Flamethrower, which I replaced for Ember, so we now have a really good fire-type move. Unfortunately, that's about the only eventful thing that happened except for my Pokemon dying to a quick attack from Rattata, which I will not show those because I didn't record those, so yeah. Anyway, we come out here, we are officially in Fuchsia City, and there are well, I can't say a lot, but there's quite a bit of stuff that you could do here. Quite a few number of helpful things. If you go to this guy here, oh yes, I am the move deleter. This guy right here is the move deleter. If you taught your Pokemon an HM move and you want that move gone, just talk to this guy. He will remove that move for free. Thank goodness. So I could get rid of Cut off my Dugtrio, but with ground and rock type moves, Dugtrio is pretty much set. So I'm just going to leave it as is. Excuse me, El Blanco. This building over here, if you talk to these people, Bill files his own Pokemon data on his PC. Oh, did he show you? He showed me something more than his Pokemon on his PC. Just pray you never have to meet the guy. What do you got to say? The Safari Zone Warden is old, but he's still very much active. All his teeth are false, though. Ooh, some more old people going to give us trouble later on. Well, are you that old man? You've met Bill? He's my grandson. Oh my gosh, it's the old grandfather of the character who takes cross Pokemon to the extreme. He always liked collecting things, even as a child. So apparently this is Bill's house. Why can we never get away from Bill and old people in this Let's Play? Oh well, moving on. So yes, over here is the gym, but I don't want to go do anything with that quite yet. If you go over here, you'll see the Safari Zone Warden. This is the Safari Zone Warden's house. And if you go talk to him, he doesn't have much to say. No, literally, he doesn't have much to say. Free fruit. I have no idea what you're talking about. Apparently this guy can't speak English. All he can say is hui-hua and ho-haws. So I think we'll come back later when that old man is not constipated or whatever's wrong with him. And if you go over here, you will see this guy over here. This guy right here, he is the older brother of the fishing guru. I simply love to fish. I can't bear to go without. Tell me, do you like to fish? We've been through this twice. I don't like fishing, nature, or running. But to humor you, I will say yes. So as you would expect, this guy is going to give you another rod. But what could be better than the super rod? Well, nothing. You received the good rod. A downgrade. This is one of the few times in a Pokemon game when you can actually get a rod that's worse than a rod you can get later. You can get the super rod by taking the route that I took, the second route, not the first one. And if you take the good rod, you can go out here and fish for a couple of new Pokemon. But I think I will cover that a little bit later for reasons that I will specify probably in the next episode or so. So yes, if we go look around here in Fuchsia City, you will see that there's this old man here who wants... Would you quit moving? The Safari Zone has a zoo in front of the entrance. Out back is the Safari game for catching Pokemon. We've heard a lot about the Safari Zone in here, but that's actually what I want to check out. If you go over here, you will see that there are actually some Pokemon. Yeah, there's some Pokemon here. This is a zoo. We have a Slowpoke here. Eric. Where's Sarah? I said I'd meet her here. Who's Sarah? I don't know. Over here we have a Chansey. Very nice Pokemon. Over here we have a Voltorb. Why you have that in the zoo, I'll never know. That item ball in there. Were you wanting that? Me too, huh? That's a Pokemon? Oh, you come on. You look at it. You see 2 pixels there for eyes. There's two white pixels and a black one that signifies that it has eyes. How do you get that mixed up with an item? It's worse than Professor Oak. Okay, so if you go over here, you will see a rather unique and rare Pokemon, Lapras. Very nice. Love to have one of those. Go up here. I want to cut it down. Yes, I want to cut it down. This is one of the main reasons I didn't get rid of Cut Undug Trio. And we'll go over there in a little bit. Did you try the Safari game? They're rare Pokemon that can only be caught there. Well, we will be going there to check out those Pokemon, but not quite yet. That area is really long, and because of that, it has a lot of Pokemon as well, and I'm going to be dedicating a lot of time to that, so we're going to dedicate just one episode strictly to that and nothing else. So, go over here and finish checking out the zoo. Here we have a Kangaskhan. You might remember Giovanni having one of those. A maternal Pokemon that raises its young in the pouch of its belly. Very nice. What do you got to say? I wish I was a Kangaskhan baby. I'd love to be a substitute for the baby. And stumble on the... Why would you want that? But only Pokemon can use the technique. I'm going to teach... Okay, aside from the fact that this guy wants something incredibly creepy, he's a move tutor that will teach you the move substitute, which is a pretty good move. Basically what it does is you sacrifice a quarter of your health, and you put up a barrier that will take hits for you, but it will only take as much damage as much health as you put out there. So, like Vaporeon, I taught it to Vaporeon, and you know what? I actually think I will teach that to Vaporeon. And I can show you how that works in battle. Basically, it will take the damage for the Pokemon, and it works out beautifully. Okay, we will get rid of, because this is a bulky attacker, and I'd like Vaporeon to kind of stay alive, we're going to get rid of Quick Attack and teach Substitute to it. I think that'd be a fantastic Pokemon for an offensive tank like that. I should have probably taught it to Rafflesia, but I have a different strategy in mind for Rafflesia. Boy, what I'd give to crawl inside a Kangaskhan's belly pouch. You are creepy. People are creepy. Okay, go over here. And here you could actually see one of those rare fossil Pokemon I bioed earlier. That is Kabuto, an extremely rare Pokemon that was regenerated from a fossil. That gives you a hint as to what's going to happen with these fossils when we get it. So yeah, there's a Kabuto, and that basically takes care of the Pokemon Zoo. Bunch of weird things included. Now, a lot of these Pokemon you saw in the zoo, you will have the opportunity to catch in the Safari Zone. And like I said, when we actually get there, I'll show that, but I don't want to cover it right now because there are a lot of new Pokemon in the Safari Zone, and the Safari Zone itself is really long, so we're going to bypass that for now and go check and see what's in here right now. What we got? Warden Slowpoke is running a... Warden Slowpoke. Oh, I thought he said it was Warden Slowpoke. Is running a promotion campaign right now. Try to get the farthest corner in the Safari Zone. If you make it, you'll win a very convenient prize. It is a very nice prize indeed, so whether you want to do the Safari Zone or not, you're going to have to. Just know that. So kind of prepare for it now. We nicknamed the Warden Slowpoke. You know, he has a vacant look like a Slowpoke. Well, I hope that's the only reason you've named him that. I've named Bill Clefairy because he was in a Clefairy's body. Moving on. Warden Slowpoke is very knowledgeable about Pokemon. He even has fossils of rare, extinct Pokemon. I got that too. Do I get a special nickname because Oh yeah, I have a nickname. It's Chime. Okay, what do you got to say, dude? Warden Slowpoke came in, but I couldn't understand him. I think he's got a speech problem. Oh, Warden. Oh, I think that... Yeah, that's the guy that would... I think he's got a speaking problem too, but what you gotta do about it? Moving on. That basically takes care of everything that you can do here in Fuchsia City. And because we got quite a bit of time yet, I'm going to do something that's a bit unconventional for me. And we are going to take on the gym. Yes, we are going to take on the gym in this episode. Hi guys, Syrachime here, and I'm cutting into this episode to give you a little information about this episode and the upcoming episode 28. And while I do that, you can enjoy this horrible GIF animation I made of Erica dancing. Now, to start off with, I'm not actually going to be including the Fuchsia City Gym in this episode. Originally, I had pre-recorded it and really wanted the episode to feature the Fuchsia City Gym, but unfortunately during the editing process, I found that uncut, this episode was well over 30 minutes in length, and there was nothing I could do to really get it to a reasonable time limit. So because of that, I have decided to cut the Fuchsia City Gym out of this episode and feature it entirely in episode 28. I apologize if the cut in this video takes away from the entertainment value, but trust me, what episode 27 lacks in entertainment, episode 28 is more than going to make up for it. You're going to love to see what happens to me. And on that note, I would like to issue players that are playing along with me a little forewarning. If you saw earlier in this episode, my Pokemon were at level 33 to 35 respectively, And while that is respectable to be at this point, I would recommend you have your Pokemon a little bit higher leveled, at least level 35, if not a little higher. The reason for this is because, as you'll see in the episode coming up, I'm not going to spoil a whole lot, but I will say I got myself into quite the bind by having Pokemon at around level 33. So just level up your Pokemon a couple of levels and you should be able to play along just fine and have a rather interesting challenge ahead. You guys are going to love to see what happens. So with that out of the way, I want to apologize one more time for the cut in this video. I hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I just send out a personal thank you for those of you that are watching along right now. And if this horrible dancing Aunt Erica has not turned you away from the video, I'm going to cut this off here. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys on the next episode.